Hello and welcome back to another video on SW Fight Hub. We're going to be looking at what is next for Saul Canelo Alvarez after his victory over Edgar Berlanga in Las Vegas this past Saturday. For me, just getting straight into it off the bat, there are only two options for Canelo, but I'm going to explore a couple of the other potential options that are out there for him to 168 pounds, assuming that he's not going to move up in his next fight. Probably going to see him back at Cinco de Mayo now. We know he likes to fight on the weekend that's just gone, Mexican Independence Day weekend. And also Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, David Benavidez is the first one I want to talk about. I know Benavidez has kind of pledged his future to 175 pounds now, but I do not see a reason why that fight shouldn't be happening on Mexican Independence Day next May in Las Vegas. Mexico versus Mexico, one of the biggest fights in boxing right now. There should be enough money there for both men to be comfortable with the purse they're getting. No reason at all that fight shouldn't happen, but I have no doubt whatsoever that we're not going to see it. Reminds us of the older boxing times that some of us are used to, where fights just marinated and never happened. But that would be number one for me. That's the fight I want to see most out of any for Saul Alvarez. He's talked about wanting to fight Dimitri Bivol if he beats Beterbiev. The motivation being that Bivol will have the undisputed light heavyweight championship, so Canelo can go up and try and be undisputed at light heavyweight in a rematch with Bivol at the same weight. I don't personally like how that fight ends for Canelo Alvarez, if I'm being completely honest. I think Bivol's just getting better and better. And I think, if anything, we've seen a slight regression from Canelo maybe in his last 3 or 4. It doesn't seem to have huge power at 168 pounds. As you see when he catches people clean, they're going to go down. But, no stoppage since 2021 against Caleb Plant. I think he's definitely lost a little step. I don't think fighting Bivol at 175 pounds is a good fight for him, but I respect him if he takes it. I think it's a huge challenge, and clearly, if he takes the fight, it's a big step. If you're looking at other options at 168 pounds, Christian and Billy, who's just had a big win against Derevyanchenko, would love that fight, and Billy looks a real talent. Hits very hard. Diego Pacheco, I think he's still a few fights away from Canelo, if I'm being completely honest. Had the great win a couple of weeks ago himself, but he's highly ranked in one of the governing bodies as well. But again, just think Pacheco maybe at 23 is a little bit green at the moment to be fighting Canelo. I think if you put him in with Edgar Berlanga, maybe after that performance, I think that would be a fantastic fight. But for me, number one's the Benavidez fight. We have to see that as boxing fans. If he fights Bivol, I respect it. But please, Canelo, do not give us one of these fights where you're a hefty favorite. There's not much danger in it. We're just going to see a decision. Although the Berlanga fight was better than the Munguia fight, the Charlo fight, and the John Ryder fight, ultimately we want to see Canelo win with these better fighters to get him tested. Let me know what you think, guys, and thanks for watching as always.